talk a little bit about working with Clint Eastwood in Hereafter, which was the scene you saw with Matt Damon and Bryce Dallas Howard. And then you worked for him again recently in Jersey Boys.
Jersey Boy movie, yeah, it's coming out, I think, this summer. I got a little role. Clint Eastwood, legendary guy. I auditioned for him on tape of the role of that the chef, and we shot it up in San Francisco. And I went to the set, and I introduced myself, and he said, "Okay, listen, yeah, you know, hi, good to see you." He was very nice, and he said, "All right, Paisan, you know, you walk in here, you're gonna walk this way, you're gonna walk that way, you're gonna say your stuff, and then you head the other way." I said, "Okay," and he said, "All right, whenever you're ready." You know, he doesn't yell action ever, and he doesn't yell cut. He says, "All right, Goomba." He was calling me all these Italian things. "Hey, Goomba, guy, whenever you're ready." And so I didn't know if we were rehearsing or if we were shooting, but I wasn't going to take any chances. So I went right ahead, and sure enough, there was a master camera up top getting the whole scene. He said, "Okay, let's move in closer." And he moves really quick. Couple of takes. That's why every actor loves working with him. Hardly any direction at all. His direction is with the casting. You know, I talked to Matt Damon about it. He said, I've never worked like this. I can't believe it." Matt did 2 movies with him. People love working with him. He gets the most out of it. You want to work hard for him. Then I did the Jersey Boys. I have a scene with Christopher Walken. Same thing. No video village. Clint has got a handheld camera, you know, monitor. What do you call it? You tech guys, what do you call it there? Yeah, whatever it is. So he's got that, and sometimes he's almost in the scene with you. Like, if we're shooting here, he might literally be right here. He's like in the scene. He's always got a smile, very relaxed. You know, it's amazing why more people can't make films like that. You know, he comes in, most of them have been very successful. Some monster movies, won a lot of Academy Awards. Comes in on budget, uses the same people, same cameraman. Same cameraman's been there 20 years, Stephen Campanelli. Same DP. Even the catering girl brought her catering costume, brought them to London. He likes his own group. When I just did this movie, I did the other one in 2010. It was a lot of the same crew, a lot of the same people.
Well, in the way that you described his direction, it sounds, the gentility of it, it was so gentle and not demanding.
Oh, no, not at all. Very, very much, you know, first of all, everyone has the ultimate respect for him, you know. But, you know, very, you know, in a good mood. I mean, he's doing what he's loved. Yeah, Steve, you know, get this bottle. You know, maybe you want to put the bottle over here. Maybe you want to, you know, he's suggesting things that maybe you want to do. You get the gist of it. Like I said, he really loves it. You could see the passion. And that's why, I mean, every big actor always wants to work with him, but never says, never yells cut. He'll go, "All right, that's enough of that. Let's move on," you know. And it's a really nice experience. Good guy, you know. And then you work with some directors who, you know, so like anything else, some you like better than others, you know. I did a comedy when I first started in Vancouver, C-Spot Run. The director was screaming at people, which is supposed to be funny. He's yelling, he's throwing his shit down, he's yelling at the last thing you want to do is alienate your crew, you know. They need you. If you're directing something, you need those guys. You know, this guy was screaming and yelling. It was all tense, you know, and not good, not good.
Do you have any more of those stories?
Well, you like the bad stuff. She likes to, you want gossip, huh, Glennis?
No, I think it actually comes down to the idea that,
you know, listen.
It's hard.
Not every, you know, that's another assumption, though. You know, you think everyone knows more than you. You go, yeah, well, he's a director. He must know more than me. Well, not always. You know, I mean, especially, you know, I've hosted a bunch of stuff and shot stuff in Canada, and you know, they don't always know. You go with your instincts and your gut, you know. I don't mean fight it out, but, you know, you could ask questions. You could give your opinion. You don't have to be difficult, but you could say, you know, how about if I try it this way? You know, usually it's a collaboration, you know.
Yeah. With this, I'm going to actually let these guys ask some questions.
I actually remember the first time I ever saw you. It was about 10 years ago. It was on the George Lopez show. I believe his name was Durango, if memory serves me correctly. I love sitcoms. I had my spell back in the 2000s and started watching them from the 50s all the way up to present day. In fact, they sparked my interest in beginning the art of acting for film. I was just curious, how were you approached for that role, or did you approach them?
No, they called me. It was a role of a. It was while we were. I think Sopranos. We were on hiatus. I know George a little bit, and it was their first season. It was a role of a guy that was a bully years ago, and now he was the principal of the school, and he was kind of sticking up for the new bully with George's daughter. George is a really good guy. I like George a lot. A sitcom, the one thing about sitcoms, they change the lines on you constantly, and that drives me crazy. So usually it's, for the most part, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. You come in Monday morning, okay? You know, a lot of people call it the easiest job in show business. You come in Monday morning, you have the read-through. You read the script. All the writers are there. They all laugh at every joke because they wrote them. I mean, literally, they laugh at every joke, okay? You do that, then you start blocking, okay? So you start, you know, you go up to your dressing room, this scene, you start blocking. You're usually out of there by 2 o'clock. Tuesday, you'll get new pages. For some reason, the jokes they wrote on Monday aren't funny anymore. So you do the same thing, you block. And Wednesday and Thursday, and they usually are changing things. And that, I don't like that so much. You have a hard time with that. And then Thursday night, you're getting ready to shoot Friday. A lot of times you get brand new pages in the middle of the night. So it's a lot of pressure. So if you can't work like that, but the people that can, they like it a lot. It's a lot of money involved, and it's a lot less hours than a 1-hour drama. You know?
By the middle of the night, do you mean that an email comes in
At 11 o'clock at night. Or if you're staying in a hotel, if it's in L.A., they drop off a script under your door.
You better be
swear to you.
awake.
What?
You better be awake.
Sometimes you're awake, sometimes it's in the morning. There's quite a bit. I did a show, Ed, years ago. I had to work. I didn't get anything until 1 o'clock in the morning. And I had to go to work on Monday. I never even had done the show before. And that happens a lot. I think David Milch kind of does some of that. They write until the very end. And as an actor, if you can't work that way, then it's not for you. I don't know if I could constantly, you know. I don't think I could. It's tough.
So a friend of mine in school, her friends co-created Ed. This is going with what Steve was telling you. And they based it on their friend Ed, who was an actor. And so Ed auditioned for the role of Ed. So let me put that to you again. 2 college friends write a show about you. He auditions for it, doesn't get it. No, I mean, but that you're
went
just not
to one.
the guy.
I went to a voiceover for a cartoon, and in the breakdown it said, you know, mechanic 50 blah blah blah. Think Steve Schirripa. I auditioned and did not get it. I did a Olive Garden commercial audition years ago. I was too Italian.